My parents are Nigerian, from Imo State. They're Igbo. They met in Nigeria and they got married there, but also got married in Italy, and where they moved later to start a family. And there they had my oldest brother Franklin, myself, my little sister Amy, and my youngest brother Anthony. And then in 2010, they moved to Trenton, New Jersey, where we live now. My parents had to reinvent themselves kind of when they got to this country, so that required going back to school for a couple of years for my dad because he ended up doing nursing. Her class venue was right next to the Trenton Public Library. So for the first 2 summers in the United States, we just camped out there for hours. She would drop us off, go take her courses, and I've always loved reading, but then I think those 2 summers kind of consolidating grew my love for reading. I've always been like a fiction person, so I got all those series that you wouldn't even think of, Harry Potter series, Artemis Fowl, Percy Jackson, the Percy Jackson sequel, all those things. Just invested myself into more reading. I think the full name is Franklin Moody Park. It's in Newark, New Jersey, and it was just the spot to be at in the summer for hoopers.
They had all type of levels of tournaments here, from 3rd grade all the way to high school. Even if you weren't playing, if you had nothing to do in the summer, this is where you came to just watch the teams play.
It was just really competitive basketball. It was the essence of what you think on what you think, just pick up basketball just with no regulations. And it definitely grew me as a player and just super important to me for my first 2 years of high school.
Yeah, this reminds me of an outdoor court downtown. They had little tournaments and stuff. When a big player comes, it gets crowded.
Yeah, literally you just have people standing the whole way through here, just around. That's actually the best environment.
Coach Henderson came to me senior year. He came to Mercer County tournament game where we had just lost. And he told me, this play, you could have done better, this play, you could have done better, and that. And some kids might find that jarring a little bit, especially when you're coming off a really heartbreaking loss. But for me, it was kind of interesting, how as a coach, he was so engaged already, and I was just a recruit. Just his passion towards the game, that was one thing I definitely noticed. And then when it came down to making my decision, it was a culture I wanted to be part of. And then of course, best school in the country. So my parents had no problems about that.
They first started recruiting me, I think my 11th grade AAU season. I made my first visit that same month. I thought about it, I really liked it. They had me up a few more times too, especially during the summer. And then on my official visit, I was just wow, I could really see myself being here. Just being with the guys and being on campus and all that. I loved it.
There was only a few places which I was if I'm gonna make the move to America, I would want to go to these places. Princeton was one of them, and then probably the same as Keyshawn, just on my visit, was yeah, I could definitely see myself going here.
When you talk to teammates, I'm very, very big on teammates. I love my guys, man. And the bond we have, you go through highs and lows with them, hell and high water. They've meant so much to me. It's definitely a very special bond, and it's been super instrumental to my growth. Princeton was able to develop me in all facets and challenge me in all facets the way that other places probably would not have been able to. It's definitely going to be nice to look back on it, to know that I've in some way left my mark on this place. It's been an incredible journey, I think, and it's made possible by my teammates and coaches.
Right after the game on Friday, I told the guys first, I was look, this is a humbling one, and the natural thing to do is to hang your heads. But our goal all these weekends is to be 1-0, win or lose. So that was the first message. And I thought the guys came in on Saturday morning really focused and ready to go on the details. That's always been what we've said is going to carry us in these weekends, and I think it paid off for us. I think the response Saturday night started on the defensive end. We talked to the guys a lot about their attitude, how they're approaching the game. We have championship aspirations, and if we're going to get there, we're going to have to do it on the defensive end. And I thought the guys played that way on Saturday night. Right now, Ethan's playing to win. He's gritty. There's a toughness to him. We're relying on him heavily, and he's starting to play he's not thinking out there, which I think is always a really good thing. Jose, he was terrific Saturday night. He's our spark. He never backs down from the moment. He understands intimately how hard it is to win, and he's not afraid of it. I think he just goes in every situation, nods his head, and kind of goes all in. And he's a fan favorite. He's our favorite. We love watching him do his thing out there. And I always say he's our moxie, and that's very true, and it was very evident on Saturday night. With 3 weekends left in the league, I can barely think past today. But my main focus is that we keep improving. We've got a challenging weekend ahead, and we just want to get a little bit better every day. Our program is based on what we do, not just here in the gym, but how we're seen in the campus community and the university community and then the township. So it's really pivotal for our guys to be able to interact with our fans, but in particular the kids. Most of the guys on the team are not from here. So as much as they think they're getting out of us, we're getting 10 times from the fans and their support for us, because it makes our guys feel like they're at home and they're in a place where people care about them. We absolutely love it, and we're thankful that we have the opportunity to be able to play in front of such supportive people.